guys, and welcome back to another TV show review. So this is not even close to a modern one. No, this is one that I remember kind of watching as a little kid when I was about 5 years old. And it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It was on Netflix, and on Mario Day, which was March 10th, I thought for shits and giggles, I'll totally just binge watch it and review it and be topically appropriate. I did not check how many episodes there were. Famous fucking last words, because next thing I know, basically all I have watched all of March has been this frigging show. And it's god-awful, but I watched all of it. Every frigging episode. I finally finished it today. Oh my god, I'm so relieved. So, Super Mario Brothers Super Show used to be shown on Fox when I was, in kindergarten. So, I was very little. I was attracted to the cartoon segments of it. I really did not give a singular fuck about the live-action parts because, frankly, they were creepy. Actually, I found them unsettling as a kid. As an adult, I found them creepy. But they had these two grown-ass, middle-aged to old-ass men playing Mario and Luigi, first off. I remember even at 5 years old going, that's not Mario. That's not Mario. Are you kidding? Luigi, apparently, I would give a little more, just leeway to, since I guess, even though he's definitely old, I was like, I can kind of see it, but not the Mario one, no, that's not Mario. Regardless, all of the live-action segments, it's not a linear show by any means, neither the cartoons nor the live-action bits. They are all just one-offs, you could watch them in any order, it wouldn't make a fucking difference, but, they would get, these D-list celebrities on there, usually. Every once in a while, they'd get somebody big, like Magic Jordan, or Magic Johnson. I don't do sports, okay? Just, you know who I mean, the basketball guy, alright? They had him on one. And they had Cyndi Lauper on one. But other than that, it was pretty much D-list celebrities, or someone impersonating a celebrity, like Cher, as played by da-da-da, and Cher's dog. And I'm like, we can't really prove one way or the other if that's really Cher's dog. I mean, could be. Just looks like a dog. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't really care. But fake Elvis, that was another one. So many really weird one-off people would, pop up throughout it to where it was, a running joke and just, I don't know, it went over my head as a little kid. As an adult, I can kind of appreciate it, even though it's so painfully corny, but at the same time, half the shit I watch is, so I mean, I really can't judge it on that, but just, there's something supremely unsettling about watching these old men play Mario and Luigi, and I don't know why, but it just is. And, I mean, the Italian slurs, oh my god. I honestly can't believe my mom let me watch this as a little kid, because it is so fucking offensive and so racist. I was like, I would give an example, but I would be afraid I'd be demonetized just for quoting it. So, but there's one that comes to mind where even I just watched it as an adult, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, this is for kids! You can't say that. I mean, granted, most little kids, I'm pretty sure that would go sailing over their head, because it's just subtle enough, unless you are Italian, and then you are very familiar with that word, but, yeah, I was just like, really? Really? We're going there? Damn! Harsh. They are savage. Why would you do that? The worst thing is when they would use them against each other. I'm like, what the actual hell, my dudes? Stop that. And, it didn't just stop at the live-action bits. No, they threw them in the cartoons, too. And I was just like, again, this feels so wrong. But just, yeah, I mean, to be totally frank, even as an adult, the cartoon segments kept my attention much better than the live-action ones, but I can also appreciate that these had to have been made by a Japanese studio now, watching them now, because there's so many tropes that I recognize, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of awesome in a weird-ass way, but on the other hand, what the actual hell? So many pop culture references, though. And yes, before anyone throws it out there, yes, I did catch the very subtle Beatles nod in one of the final episodes. Yes, I caught it. The giant Beatles in the pipes with the mop tops on them, and Mario being like, yuck, I hate Beatles. It's like, clever. Of course, they gave one a big nose, but I was like, alright, I see what you did. Which is weird, because for all the Elvis references they made, I was like, why is it that, like, when I was little, it seemed like every show had to have at least one Elvis episode, yet it didn't seem like there was that kind of response with Beatles stuff. And no sooner had I thought, oh, this pops up. Alright, checks out. Anyway, so, yeah, that, I just couldn't get over how damn many of these things there were. I would have expected this show to have gotten canned so fast because it was so lame. But, like, apparently there's, like, a crap ton of the episodes. I'm like, how? Like, really, though, how? But apparently there were. I don't know how long it was actually on the air. So, I mean, I guess by the time I post this, I'll have looked it up. But, yeah, just crazy to me how many there were. I mean, it's so bad on every possible level. And it's such a cash cow. And then, not only is it a cash cow, it's a cash cow for a second show, because every episode had, like, scenes from an upcoming Legend of Zelda cartoon that would be airing later in the week. Yup. That. Never played Zelda, still have not ever played Zelda, probably never will play Zelda, have no interest in watching the Zelda one, don't ask me to review it. Anyway, so, ultimately, this thing felt so far dragged out, and just, there did not need to be even half that many episodes. Maybe I'd be less harsh on it if there weren't so many, but there's just so many, and they hurt my brain. They so hurt my brain. But one thing I did like that I noticed throughout literally the whole series, especially in the cartoon bits, sometimes it would pop up in the live action, but usually in the cartoon bits, all the different songs from the first two Mario games that they would do in different styles to match, like, the setting of wherever it was. I was like, okay, you know what? I find that clever and I can appreciate that. As a music nerd, I can appreciate that. But I also found it very odd that they would make literally a whole cartoon series revolving around basically Mario 2, and it seemed like a vehicle, essentially, to teach the names of all of the villain characters in it, 99% of whom we never saw again in another Mario game ever, so for what? For what was this cartoon made? If you were gonna do that, you should have done it on Mario 3. That I could get behind more. But for Mario 2, I'm like, beyond the game and this show, we never saw these characters again. Except Birdo. I know we brought back Birdo for, I think, Mario Tennis on one of the levels, or not one of the games. And I want to say, possibly one of the Smash Brothers games? Don't quote me on that. But I know they did bring Birdo back eventually after, like, 20 fucking years, but yeah. Other than that, we, like, never saw the rest of those characters again. And yes, I know it technically wasn't the true Mario 2. I know technically it was just a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. I know. I'm aware. But it is because I'm aware of that I find it so strange that they literally made a whole show around the damn thing. Just to teach the villains. It's so over the top, extra, and unnecessary. Because I think by the time this was on the air, 3 was out. You should have gone with 3. Why didn't you do 3? It boggles the mind. I have to admit, very, very low rating for this show. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. The only reason it's not getting a 1 is because weirdly, after watching that many freaking episodes of it, it almost does develop a weird kind of charm to it. I'm not saying I enjoyed it, but that there was almost little things here and there that become endearing just after watching that much of it. Not much, grant you, but some of it. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts on this one, and I'm quite satisfied to never revisit that show again now that I've watched all of it. So, anyways, that's it for this one, guys. So, as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss another upload. Leave comments down below. Did you watch this show either back then or since it's been on Netflix? What do you think of it, good, bad, or otherwise? Let me know in the comments, as well as anything about anything. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, everything and more. It's all down below. I can talk. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.